Alright, we are live. Welcome to the stream. Let me get the overlay up as per usual. Okay, we are live. Alrighty, welcome to the stream. I just need to get the... Hang on a second. Alrighty. So yeah, we are live. Welcome to those who have just joined us. We're doing the Nets Timberwolves game, which starts in about 10 or so minutes. We're going to run through the quotes and then run through the lineups. But to kick things off, obviously, we know we lost by 5 points yesterday. We played our bench basically the whole game. It was a pretty weird management decision, especially given down the stretch. You know, it was like a one possession game at times, and we had Mikal Bridges sitting on the bench, but we were opting for the players that got us back in the game. One of the reasons for getting back in the game was we limited our mid-range jump shots. Jacques Vaughan said that they had 20 of those at halftime, which is far too many. I mean, that seems like too many in a game, full stop. But to have 20 and a half is pretty absurd. I don't know why these ones have gone or are still here. I thought I got rid of these. Anyway, if we look at stats, generally speaking, obviously playing the bench for that long would have seen some offensive reward. And, well, we had the most bench points since 1970, which is pretty crazy. I mean, there was a playoff game where Toronto had 100 from their bench, but if we look at regular season numbers, that is the best ever. So there you go, 98 bench points. Also, we talk about Patty Mills and his professionalism. You know, sometimes he can be a bit on and off, but when he's given big minutes, he actually delivers more often than not. He's played 20 or more minutes in 6 games where he's averaged 16 and a half. And in the 3 games where he's played 30 or more, he's averaging 20. So, you know, he delivers, especially in those kind of situations we were faced with yesterday. Highlights and edits. Hope you're doing well, my guy. If we look at the starting lineup, which we are fielding today yet again, we're first in net rating, first in defensive rating, first in effective field goal percentage against, in not a very small sample size. I mean, you could have made the case when we looked at these stats earlier that it's a small sample, but this is getting larger and larger, and we know what they're capable of. So it's not really a surprise there. An underrated stat is that Royce O'Neal is plus 60 in his last 3 games, and obviously those 3 games were all wins. And look, Jacques Vaughan, I mean, cops a load of crap for backing players like Royce. But, you know, it's important that coaches have, well, you know, they're confident in their players to perform. Ultimately, they're on the team. You know, you can't just, like, say you're trash and just not give them minutes, you know. I mean, they sort of do that with Cam Thomas, but that's another story. But, you know, it sort of pays off in you know, in a specific set of games. You know, it may be like 3 games out of 10. But if those 3 games lead to wins, then so be it, you know. But Jacques Vaughan had these words to say. He continues to just garner trust. That is the first thing I really do trust Royce O'Neal, that he's going to make winning plays. He's going to make plays that are beneficial to the team. That's the foundation. Well, that should be the case for everyone. That's basically what was the mantra yesterday. You're on the court if you can make game-winning plays, and there were a lot of game-winning plays in there yesterday, which got us back in the game. It's just we had a hill or a mountain too tall to climb, so is what it is. Do I think the Nets will make the playoffs? It's going to be a very interesting watch down the stretch. There's 16 games to play. If the Cavaliers beat Miami, and we win today, we'll have a 4-game advantage on the Miami Heat in the 7 seeds. In the 7 seed. So, that's a pretty sizable buffer. It's just a matter of whether you can hold off. And look, if we can hover around 500 for the remaining 16 games, win 8, lose 8, then I think that'll be enough. Because if we look at the game today, both teams playing, after today, we'll have 15 games left. So if you go 8-7, 8-7 hypothetically, the Heat have to win 12 games out of 15, which, given their run of form this season, they haven't been a team that's tended to put a crap ton of wins together. There hasn't been too many win streaks in there. So I think a game like today is really important. It's even more important when you consider what we did yesterday, resting all these players and not playing Mikal down the stretch. It all counts for nothing, and it looks like a really big clown move if we don't, what's the word, destroy Minnesota today. And Minnesota are a good team. If we look at the box score / overlay / whatever, you get the deal. The starting 5 is back to normal. Ben remains out. And that's really the gist of things. For the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns is still out. So is Jalen Noel. And I believe there is another player out. Austin Rivers is a game time decision, which isn't really surprising. Are you happy or sad KD got injured again? Look, I'm not really fussed, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. The worst Phoenix do, we have their pick. So that sort of, you want them to be as bad as possible, but at the expense of injury, probably not. That being said, they're not the Nets, so quite frankly, I don't even care. So yeah, that's basically my mindset. Minnesota are a pretty good team. They're 1 game above 500. They've got obviously a number of good players in terms of, you've got like Anthony Edwards, you've got Gobert, who's, Lopez had 9 blocks on the interior. Now, is that because we played our bench? Do I think if the starters played, it would be a different story? Maybe. That being said, Gobert is just as imposing on the inside. Whether he actually blocks the ball is another story, but just the fact that he's tall and he's got long arms is surely enough to, give you a second thought in your mind whether you should drive to the rack. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one that will constantly be weighing up throughout the day, I think. What is this doing? Okay, that's better. Let me just get the game across to where I can actually see it. Okay. So we'll have, let me just get rid of this. Sad to see KD's hurt, but glad we got out before it happened. He was prone to leg injuries after the Achilles tear. It's all just really bad luck. It's not even because he's injury prone. You look at all the injuries, it's because players have fallen into him, or he did it in pre-match shoot around. What are the odds of that happening? It's pretty low, and it's very, very unlucky. So the 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves is Gobert, McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Conley, and Kyle Anderson. It's not bad. Kyle Anderson is probably going to score 20. Shit. Why on earth? Oh, for God's sake. Well, I won't have the score up for just a moment because... Actually, I will. Come on. Start. 3, 2, 1. Tip 1 by the Timberwolves. And we're underway. And now we're not. There's a stoppage already. There's already a foul, and I don't know. Oh my god. The game hasn't even started, and they've already had a shot clock error. How pathetic is that? That is a bit of a joke, but whatever. Alrighty, so it'll be Conley handling. So let's see how well we start this game out the gate. With a night of rest, which I would have said was unnecessary. You know, like, a good start is imperative. Cam Johnson's already picked up a foul, and it's one of the weakest fouls I've ever seen in my life. Calling that 15 seconds in. Conley for 3. That doesn't even hit the rim, and a rebound by the Nets. If you have just joined us, welcome to the stream. If you are new, make sure to say hello. If you are regular, say hello. McCall, picked up by Conley, now Gobert. Bridges was doubled, turnover. McDaniel swoops, and he showed the full face of the ball, and an excellent take to the cup for 2. So, turnover leads to a bucket. Dinwiddie for 3, that is well off, and Gobert with the rebound. He gets it ahead to Conley. Gobert going to try take on Clax here. Good move. And Clax met him. Full-on rejection there. Excellent defense. One-on-one. I mean, in seasons gone by, I'm not backing Clax to have any chance on Gobert, but that was really well done by him. And Clax can play drop coverage. Conley missed the layup. Gobert with the rebound and the putback slam. Gobert is just going to be a problem on the offensive boards. I can just see it from a mile away. And a turnover again. Edwards with the dunk. And I tell you what, the fact that we rested our players last night can do one or two things. It can rest them up, but it can rest them up too much. And they can be very, very relaxed out of the gate, which is exactly what we've seen. A couple of turnovers, a couple fouls, no boxing out. So, what a damn surprise. But those who have just joined us as well, I can see there's quite a few more of you in the chat. So, hello everyone. Hope you're all doing excellently well. But we have a timeout early here. Jacques Vaughan has said that's enough. We need to calm down and relax a little bit. 6 early points for Minnesota in about 1.5 minutes. And it has been some of the most easy points I've ever seen. That being said, we're in charge of our own downfall to open the game here. So, yeah. But, I don't have much words to say, to be honest. I mean, it's been only 1.5 minutes, but I just know that resting everyone last night was a risk. So, it'd be incredibly diabolical to start a game like on a 13-0 run after having rested everyone. Hoping for a win. I hope so too, my guy. I hope so too, but it hasn't been really that convincing to get going. Get the bench in there, honestly. We should have just, to take the piss, started the bench and then played the starters off the bench and played them the majority of the game in the second half. It would start if we could actually get a shot up, first and foremost. And the only shot we've put up in this game is a Spencer Dinwiddie three-pointer, which I'm not a fan of. Get the ball movement going. But Minnesota are a pretty good defensive team. I don't actually know the stats, but looking at the players they've got in there, they're like McDaniels is really underrated as a defender. And so is Anthony Edwards as well. Why isn't Ben traveling with the team? What is his injury about? Basically the same as what it has been. You know? Hasn't been any change in the status there. Anyway, we've returned from the timeout. Let's see what we drew up. High screen. Johnson back to Dinwiddie. That's a foul. It's going to be a foul on the shot. I don't know if that was a deep two or a three-pointer, but it's going to be shots, I think. Actually, nope. It's going to be on the floor. So first foul for Anthony Edwards. Johnson picks up his dribble. Now Clax at the edge of the paint. He's going to put the ball on the floor. Johnson. Blocked by Conley. He ain't known for blocks. Edwards one-on-one. Gets by Johnson. And the flip is off. Rebound Clax. We need to drive it early. I mean, I understand the problem with Gobert being in there, but Bridges picked up his dribble and a near turnover again. The defense has been unbelievably good to start things off. Clax with the one-handed alley-oop finish. And it hasn't been an easy start out the gate. Defense has been well and truly on by the Timberwolves, but I mean, Gobert's not going to get that high up. Edwards for three. That's off. Rebound, Cam Johnson. So I think well, they're not going to be shooting the ball as well as last night in the opening quarter. Johnson for three on the catch. He got it. And as you can see, well, Timberwolves defense isn't set, and Cam Johnson just had a little bit of wiggle room to get that shot off. And it is 6-5. Conley. High screen Gobert. Clax playing some drop coverage. Conley scores on the baseline. So it's going to be interesting to see how we cope with this, because once Gobert enters the restricted area, it's going to be pretty tough to contain him. So Clax is going to have to make a big decision. McCall with the acceleration gets by Gobert and scores off the window for his first two. So it would be awfully valuable to have a stretch big, but obviously we can't get everything we want. Gobert with the push shot. That's good. And it's 10-7. Dinwiddie is going to drive and kick. Johnson has another open look. The three is this time off back iron. Three players fight for the rebound. Wolves secure. McDaniels. Conley now on the wing. Edwards gets by DFS. Clax with the vertical contest. How is that a foul? What do you want him to do? So it's going to be free throws. Clax will pick up the foul. Alrighty. So we've had about 4 minutes elapse. My first thoughts are it's going to be interesting to see how we defend Gobert on the offensive side. Well, yeah, basically how we defend Gobert is going to... It's going to dictate how we defend any guy with the ball. Because Gobert is probably a part of a lot of the actions. Oh, come on. Another fucking foul. Clax is going to pick up his second foul. A loose ball foul, I think. Gobert took a shot to the face. I think Clax poked him in the eye or something. But 2 fouls in very soft fashion is a bit of a joke. And look, would I back Noel to play good defense? Probably not. So I've jumped the gun with the scoreboard, but Clax is going to have to be careful now. Now the refs are talking to each other about something else I've got no idea about. So... I don't know what this stoppage is, but the ball is now inbounded. Anderson picked up by DFS. High screen Gobert. And now DFS is on Gobert. They're going to have to double him. Kick out to Anderson. I would let him give... Oh my God. I was going to say I'd let him take that three, but he knocks it down anyway. He's 44% on three-pointers. That is nuts. Clax with the offensive board after a block and Bridges with the three. So you traded off a 2 for a 3. Edwards, Anderson, Gobert rolls. The layup is good. 16-10. And Gobert's just been in everything. I'm not one bit surprised with who we've got on the interior. That ball is poked away. Dinwiddie found it. And now the high screen. Dinwiddie's going to drive. He got rid of Conley. Clacks into the paint and he's thrown it away again. Transition opportunity. Anderson to Gobert. And you have absolutely no hope. We have no one big enough to cope with Gobert. You've just got to block his run. Too many turnovers to open things. Bridges. Contested three is good. He's been really good with those threes where he just basically squares up. Sorry, faces up. Takes a couple dribbles and then pulls into a rhythm shot. Anderson, faked the pass, shot the ball, got the bucket. 2013. Way too many points this early on. Dinwiddie for 3, got the bounce. It looked like it was going to fall short, but it was able to bounce over the top and in. So offense has been a big point, or big focal point of this game, or point of emphasis. Defense has been non-existent. Dinwiddie, excellent defense on McDaniels, who was trying the Euro, but it was incredibly unsuccessful. Now Dinwiddie's going to slow things down. High screen Clax. Dinwiddie gets into the paint, kick out of Bridges, who lost his footing, and another turnover. And we don't have the numbers. Edwards, alley-oop. Nope. McDaniels. Oh, my God. Oh, Clax, get out of there. That was excellent transition defense, followed by some of the worst defense I've seen. So, Bridges just hit the deck. Just slipped over. And in transition, Gobert got blocked, but then no one was awake on the weak side. I don't know if there was a foul. Yeah, there was a foul. So, pretty good defensive possession, followed by a diabolical end to that possession and a free throw for McDaniels. I don't know who they should double, Gobert or Edwards. Well, yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's a big dilemma we're facing here. 4 turnovers to 0. So it would start by limiting the turnovers, and then it'll be much easier for us to defend, I think. I don't know how good Minnesota are on half-court offense, but we're not doing ourselves any favors. McCall from the elbow, that is off. Nas Reed was there, who is in the game now. Taurean Prince, former Net, is also in the game. He's going to drive down the middle on Royce, and now the kick out to Conley. So a high screen by Edwards. Cam is in the game. 3, Conley is off. So Cam Thomas is in, ladies and gentlemen. Royce behind the back, nearly fell over. Bridge is going to drive down the middle. Stops. The fadeaway is good. So Cam Thomas in the game early is something that people have been calling for. Now he needs to deliver. Prince for 3, that is pretty irrational, and Clax skies in for the rebound. Cam Thomas behind the back. Scored 21 last night. Dinwiddie will slow the tempo down with the Wolves defense back. Dinwiddie over the top of Nas Reed, it's off. Oh my fucking God, man. It's like the third time we're being pinged for a foul trying to get a rebound. What do you seriously want him to do? They lose to the Timberwolves after resting the starters before back-to-back. That would be pretty pathetic. Yep, it would be. I couldn't say it any better. So 22-18. McDaniels at the line for more shots with the Wolves in the bonus. I have to say the T-Wolves, not the Wolves. So McDaniels going to shoot the first and make after he missed that free throw with the opportunity for the and one. So no Seth Curry minutes yet. No Joe Harris minutes yet. We've got the same 5 on the floor, barring Clax, who went to the bench for Cam Thomas. Second free throw is off, so McDaniels is 1 of 3. Jordan McLaughlin is in for Minnesota as well. Dinwiddie. Kick out. Finney Smith on the catch. I don't know what DFS needs to do to get his 3-pointers back because he's getting so many looks. That's going to be an offensive foul on Naz Reid. Royce twisted a little bit. McCall is 4 of 5. The rest of the team 3 of 9. So shooting 50% overall, but the rest of the team has to step up. All things considered, though, it's a 5-point game with Nets in possession. Cam Thomas going to drive, shoot, and brick. So we're playing DFS at the 5, which worked against Boston. But that obviously was many games ago. Edwards, the step back 3. That is unbelievably smooth. And you practice those in shoot around. You practice those on the training ground. Dinwiddie, excellent move. He lost the ball. It's a turnover. And that's number 5 in the quarter. And then Prince just threw it out of bounds. Can Dinwiddie stop looking for a foul every time he drives, bro? He knows the ref's not calling it. Well, with Spence, they're not calling it. Jacques Vaughn's making a point. I don't need to hear what he's saying to know what he's trying to refer to. He said on the other end, well, we've been fouled for supposedly not being vertical, but the other way, they're not vertical and we don't get the whistle. It happens every single time without fail. Those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well, everyone. 35 or so people in chat to witness this game. If you are new, make sure to say hello. But if you are enjoying thus far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. As well, if you are new, we are doing Nets Nuggets. Next up, it is a matinee. And it's also at 6:30 a.m. here. So I'm going to be half asleep for this, but you know what? Sometimes the commitment's got to be there. It's also because of the fact that I've recognized in the last week and a half, I think, like for the whole month of April, I can only do 1 game, which is a bit of a shambles, but I'm trying to do as many games as I can now. And in between, we will be trying to do, because I'm not doing the watch-alongs in like the last week, I'll try to get some analysis out if I can do that, if I have time for it. But we'll see how we go. There is a poll on the community tab of the channel where you can also vote. Do you want me to work on a Nets documentary at the expense of those analysis videos, which I've just mentioned? There is a community poll. Where am I from? Australia, my friend. Australia, dude. Okay. So, 8-point lead for Minnesota. Out of the timeout, we will have the ball. But, yeah. Look, DFS as a small ball 5 is so invalid. Small ball 5 is effective if you've got a 5 that can shoot it. DFS has been so crap from 3. So basically, you're just giving up size for nothing. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So Spencer gonna bring it up in the final 3 minutes of the first quarter. 5 on the floor remains the same out of the time out. DFS continues to play small ball 5. Alexander Walker's in, guarding Bridges, but Bridges scores from the elbow over the top. And so he's got, I think, 11 points on 5 of 6. I could be wrong. Good defense by the Nets there. They prevented that pick and roll action. It will be a side out, though, because of a kickball. 2:31 or so to play in the first quarter. And we will have substitutions. Clax is in, and so is Seth Curry. So DFS and McCall to the bench. So Cam Thomas is probably going to have to shoulder a little bit more responsibility. So ball is inbounded. Edwards is the focal point of this 5. That is excellent defense by Seth Curry. It seemed like Edwards had a runway to the basket, and Seth Curry, with a last gasp attempt to knock the ball out of his hands, he was successful, and it was off his legs. So it's going to be Nets ball. That's what we need more of. So Cam Thomas is going to look to get the ball here, which he does. He is closely guarded by Alexander Walker. Clax is back in the game. Cam Thomas is going to drive down the middle. The kick out to Dinwiddie. That floated in the air, and he didn't even chase the ball. What is he doing? And then a layup blown by Alexander Walker. But Cam Thomas, that effort's got to be better. You're getting game time. You need to be better. Dinwiddie out to Cam now. The pass to Royce. Clax. Back to Royce. Just threw it out of play. It was intercepted, but McLaughlin could not save it. But yeah, Cam on that previous possession, he's just thrown it away, and it was, it was there to win. And he was very flat-footed trying to get to it. There's going to be a foul before the ball's inbounded, so it's going to be a free throw plus ball here. Alexander Walker will pick it up. So that's a foul you probably don't want to give away if you're Minnesota. So just a cheap bucket on offer for Cam, and he gets on the board. So 26-21. We have basically trailed the entirety of the way. I think we have, actually. We have not had one lead in this game. Dinwiddie inbounds it to Seth for the baseline 2, which is smooth. It's an interesting lineup we've got going here. Dinwiddie, Cam, and Seth Curry. To go with Royce playing the 4 and Clax playing the 5. But Royce is taking Anthony Edwards. So Minnesota are taking a very similar lineup. Oh, for God's sake. So we got pinged, Minnesota got pinged for fouling before the ball was inbounded, and now we get pinged with the violation. So Prince is going to shoot a free throw, which is good. So when a side out here for Alexander Walker with the lead sitting at 4. Edwards, they're playing 5 out, so that paint is very, very open. Prince blew the layup. Who the fuck is on Alexander Walker? Yet again, a layup on the second chance points, and I reckon it's Cam Thomas. Once again. Seth Curry clacks into the paint. The layup is no good, but the foul will be called, and he will be going to the free throw line. But Cam, I need to see more from you on the defensive side. You can score buckets as much as you want, but if you're going to be giving away cheapies like that, there's no point of you playing. I'm acting like he can actually hear me saying this, He definitely can't hear me. All right, Clax for free throw number 1 is well off. I knew immediately after he let that one go. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. So the second free throw for Clax is good, as is usually the case. He makes 1 of 2 at the line, and it's back down to 5. McLaughlin, Gobert is back in. Edwards is still in. He's played the entire first quarter. Excellent defense by Seth Curry coming over for the help defense. Alexander Walker felt rushed and threw it out of play. So a possession for the Nets here now. An opportunity to cut the deficit just before quarter time. Dinwiddie, high screen Clax. Dinwiddie going to shoot the 3. He did not even hit the rim, bro. You can't be serious. Alexander Walker on the drive. The pass to Gobert. The make by Gobert. Every time Gobert comes in, I just get serious trauma. So the defense has improved, but our shot making has probably not improved. Dinwiddie going to drive. The ball just got knocked out of his hands. He thought there was a foul in there. I don't know what he's confused about there, Spence, but seems a bit bewildered. So 31-24. Seth Curry's going to get it. From the inbounds, the one-legged runner in the mid-range is very good. And he scored about 6 points off the bench. A lot of mid-rangers involved in that. Curry was watching the last game and saw the competition on the bench. Well, yeah. I mean, he was going to get minutes regardless. Let's face it. Edwards drives down the middle. The layup is good. Far too easy. Oh my god. What the fuck is this referee on? That is a joke of a... Oh my god, I'm not even going to question it, to be honest. But that's quarter time. It is 33-26. We have not led the entirety of the first quarter. If we look at the box score, which is not there yet, you will see. Let's just get it up. I can actually get there. Come on. Come on. There we go. McCall is carrying yet again. He's got 2 3-pointers. He scored 12. You can see the bench. We got 4 from Seth. Shooting the ball pretty well overall, but here's the issue. So first, Rudy Gobert's got 10 and Anthony Edwards has got 8. That's the problem, and they're shooting the ball pretty well, but the big issue is, number one, they've had 6 extra shots, a couple of extra rebounds involved in that, but offensive rebounds, they've already got 4 of those, which is a bit of a problem compared to our 1. You look at the turnovers, we've already got 5 of those. That needs to be cut down, and you see theirs, they've got 4. So we're being forcing, but, you know, I feel like in transition, we've been far more vulnerable than they have. But overall, nothing much else to say. I mean, it's been a good offensive quarter, but Dinwiddie, man, Spence, I mean, 5 dimes, so you can credit him for his distribution, but at the same time, he's taken 6 shots. And it's interesting how we've staggered minutes, because usually McCall plays the entire first and Spence comes off. But in this case, McCall's come off earlier and Spence has played the entire first quarter. So the second quarter about to get underway very, very shortly. Gabriel, hope you're doing well, my guy. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. So, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Yeah, so right now it's a little bit ropes. Defense just hasn't been it. I mean, we're conceding over 50% from the field. Gobert's always going to be a problem. We probably need to hope that the Timberwolves fall into a rut because they're not feeding Gobert enough or making him a part of the offense. Like, at this point in time, though, it's just been very clear. I mean, Gobert's got 10 of their points. And it hasn't been... The defense has been slightly questionable, I have to say. Can we just get the ball in, please? Thank you. So Mikel's going to get it. It's picked up by Alexander Walker. I don't know if he's that good of a defender, but obviously good enough to play on Mikel. Fair bit of length there. Curry for three, that's good. As he went around the screen and scored from top of the key. It is a 4-point game yet again. Conley. Handoff to Alexander Walker. Now Anderson picked up by Johnson. Anderson the pass out of the corner for Alexander Walker on the catch, who knocks it down. This guy is such a streaky shooter. There's no way he has like a 20-point game out of nowhere. I've just called it now. Curry on the drive. The kick out. Johnson. Joe is in the game. Good change of direction to get freed up. He missed it, but oh well, I thought we had an offensive rebound there. Prince the other way. Pass to Gobert was a little bit off. Alexander Walker down the middle. That's going to be a goaltend. You can't play switch defense with any Seth Curry assignment. I'm sorry. Like, look how much size Seth Curry gave up on that drive. Been all right on offense. Here he is again. Doesn't shoot the three. Pass to the corner. Bridges for three is good. He has not missed from out there. That was a good pass by Seth Curry because he could have looked for Clax on the roll after Gobert overcommitted on that shot fake. Now the other way, Anderson. The turn. Thought he was fouled. How has he scored that? Off the fucking window. Are you serious? Oh, piss off. Bridges again. Nope. That one's off from three. And now Minnesota the other way. Johnson wanted the steal, overcommitted. Gobert wanted it up top and got the alley-oop jam. Oh, God. I got $400 if Minnesota win. Yeah, look, I would like your chances at this point in time because we can't stop Gobert. Curry picks up his dribble. Joe going to drive down the middle. Kick out back to Curry. Step back three. Oh my God. What is that? Johnson with the offensive board. The fadeaway two is good. Need to see more of that. But the defense is where it's going to start. And like, we can't be playing switch defense with these lineups that they're rolling out, Minnesota. Anderson over the top of Johnson. Good rebound by Johnson after a good contest. He's going to take it by himself behind the back into the paint. Extra feed to Clax. Good take. Johnson ends up with it again in the corner. Drive. He's fouled. Hit the ground hard. It's going to be 2 shots. And Cam Johnson has been properly good. At least in the last 30 seconds. Good aggressiveness in the last couple of possessions. So, 3 or so minutes have elapsed in this second quarter, and the Minnesota have reinforced that lead just a little bit. Johnson misses free throw 1. That's not what you want to see. So, 5 on the floor for the Nets. Clax, the Twins, Seth Curry, and Joe Harris. Johnson makes number 2. Makes amends for the first miss. I believe Conley's back in the game. I don't know if he was in before the timeout. Or before the free throws, should I say. Conley for 3. Mikel, you got to be tighter. Like, that's too much space. Claxton going to take Gobert off the dribble and scores over the top. Give him credit for having the confidence to even try it. Okay, how has this happened? You got to switch. You've got to switch. Thank you. Prince down the middle. Pass to Gobert. Gets under the basket. The kick out of Prince now. The three is wide open. What is Joe doing? Oh my God. The defense is whack. Again. Curry for three. Got it. To respond. There is no defense in this game. Seth Curry's been really efficient. So is Mikal. But the problem is the other guys for Minnesota, or the main men for Minnesota, have just been on fire as well. And they're role players too. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Clax nearly picked up the steal. What do you even do? The footwork was crazy good there by Gobert, and he was just able to maneuver through too. Mikal, gonna drive on Gobert. Oh, what is he trying there? Bullshit alley-oop attempt and another turnover. Prince. Gobert's got Joe Harris in the paint. That is a disaster. Oh my God. Oh, that is such a let-off. Prince at his foot on the sideline. So a turnover. So it's going to be Nets ball. We got hella let off because the mismatch in the paint was unbelievable. So we need to get, well, more stops. That would really help, wouldn't it? Mikal going to drive on Gobert. He's going to shoot over the top and score for two more. He's been crazy good in this game. Already 17 points. He's carrying the offense. McDaniels just got rid of Johnson and an offensive foul is drawn. So that game against Boston, believe it or not, well, when Johnson picked up the offensive foul in that game, we had not had a charge drawn in about 8 games. So once again, you're seeing Cam Johnson get the charge calls, which is something that we need to see a lot more from these players, putting their body on the line a little bit more, because sometimes they just seem a little bit too fancy, you know? Turnovers will be why the Timberwolves win. We're too careless with the ball and can't stop anyone. It's not even that. It's just Gobert is just too big. But you do yourself a huge disservice if you can't look after the ball, because good luck trying to defend like a 7'3" bloke who's like a man mountain in transition. Like, you've got no hope. If we look at the Nets, you can see that the efficiency hasn't been awful. You know, Dinwiddie aside, we're getting some good scoring output. Seth Curry's been really efficient. He's actually been decent enough on defense. The shooting is lights out. Like, it's been really good. But the problem, Gobert's already got 14 and 6. And they're shooting over. Like, look at the shooting percentages for them. And they've had 5 more shots to go with. Plenty of offensive rebounds in there as well. The turnovers have been pretty even, to be honest. It's been a pretty turnover-heavy game. But pretty crazy stuff, to be honest. I mean, some of the buckets we've conceded have been far too easy, but, you know, we're keeping ourselves in this game on the back of some really efficient offense. Anyway, if you are enjoying the stream, you know what to do. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. We are back for Nets Denver in about 2 days' time. So if you want to tune in for that one and stay notified for other Nets streams, alongside some maybe analysis videos too, you know, make sure to subscribe. Just say hello as well if you're new. It's a nice little community we've got here, so it sure as hell beats Twitter Spaces, I would say. You know, just Twitter discussions, because yeah, it's a lot of the time Twitter conversations, it's like talking to a brick wall. The reasoning is so poor, a lot of overreactions, this and that. Which is what I'm trying to get rid of here. I don't want you all to overreact in terms of if someone plays a bad game, trade them. That's what I mean. So on the back of that charge call, we get the ball out of the timeouts and have the opportunity to cut it to half a dozen. Curry to Johnson and now to McCall. Back to Johnson. Shoots a three. Where's the foul? Thank you. It'll be 3 shots and Johnson is a little bit sore. He's holding his knee. He's okay though. He was like, I thought he had hurt his knee there, but we're okay. It's not going to be a flagrant foul because he didn't land on or get in the landing area. It's just going to be 2 shots. I hope they'll soon figure out Gobert. It's just like it's impossible, really. We just have to maximize the Gobert-less minutes as much as possible. Bro, Cam has got to make the free throws, dude. He's 2 of 4. I swear to God, last time I checked, he's not a bad free throw shooter. We could have done with a couple extra free throws in here being made. Curry with some good minutes goes to the bench. So does Joe Harris, Royce, and Spence back in. Cam Johnson's 3rd free throw is good, so 2 of 3 from there. And as we close in on the halfway point of this second quarter, it is now a 6-point game. It was as high as about 11 a couple of minutes ago. Anderson, slow-mo the kick out. McLaughlin, the catch and shoot 3 is good. Bro, close out that 3 better, bro. It's just a joke. You're just giving them these shots on a platter. Bridges off the window. DFS with the putback to it. Wasn't the way you would draw it up. Wasn't a conventional putback layup, but it works anyway. Where's the foul there? Really? Is that on DFS? I wouldn't be surprised. So, 7-point game, but no signs of the Timberwolves slowing down on the offensive side. So Edwards at the free throw line is good on the first. Okay. And the second is good as well. So Finney-Smith. McCall picks up his dribble. Finney-Smith thought about the 3, didn't shoot it. Dinwiddie now. Bridges on the catch. The 3 is off. Naz Reid picks up his dribble. Gets it to McDaniels. Fumbled it a little there. Edwards. He's got McCall on him. 1-on-1. 3 is good. There is your biggest lead of the game right there. They can't miss from 3. Royce into the paint. Identified the mismatch. Could not get it to go, but it will be shots. He had McLaughlin on him, and he was like, I'm taking it all the way. This game feels like a scrap to me, grunt rather than finesse. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we've scored. I mean, scoring's been a pretty big part of the game, so I wouldn't say it's been a scrap. If it was a scrap, both teams wouldn't have exceeded 40 points yet. So, 5 minutes to play. Plenty of basketball left in the first half. Daniel Berry, my guy, hope you're doing well. Nice to see you again. Not literally, but nice to see you in chat. Royce, second free throw is good. Gets the roll. Or the bounce, whatever you want to say. Can we just get stops? Is it really that hard to ask for? The stop chant may need to be applied here. Alexander Walker deep 2 is good. Yeah, I think it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had the stop chant in the drawer for a while now. We've put it away, but I think we've got to bring it back out because it's just been... It's a bit out of hand. The way Minnesota is shooting it. Finney-Smith looking for the pass to Royce. This is not a very good possession. Where did the shot clock go? Oh my god. Royce! Oh, you're joking! How? Oh my, what is going on? Mikal, why are you going for an alley-oop, bro? What a hectic set of possessions. So, we had about 4 offensive rebounding opportunities to put it back up and in. Royce missed a layup in there. Finney-Smith missed the tip. And then Dorian Finney-Smith interrupted Naz Reid bringing the ball up. Mikal ended up with it and then tried an alley-oop to DFS, which every time they've tried that in this tenure, he's just been it's never been cohesive. It's always been like a really disjointed alley-oop attempt. What a crazy possession or crazy sequence. So Finney-Smith to help us break 50 points as Minnesota breaks 60. That is good. So a 10-point game. And what can I say? The defense just has to lift. We've got the starting 5 on the floor aside from Clax. Edwards in the mid-range over DFS. That is short. You've got to get the board, which we don't. It was a bit lucky. Naz Reid with the spin off the window. He missed it. Good defense, Mikal. How is that not a foul? Now it's going to be a foul. And Edwards will pick up the foul. We're in the bonus, so irrespective of whether it was a shooting foul or a foul on the floor, it's going to be shots. Like a really risky pass by Royce. It's always those diagonal forward passes that are, you know, very prone to turning the ball over. Oh my god. We have been fucking trash at the free throw line, man. Mikal hasn't missed a free throw in quite some time. We're 9 of 13 from the charity stripe. Second free throw is good. And it's back to single digits. I think if we're going to be proper, we need to get this down to about half a dozen. It's incredibly achievable, but it'll start with defense. Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to drive on Johnson, the kick out of McLaughlin. Bounce pass to Edwards. Oh, you're joking. What a dumbass foul. And it's basically identical to the foul on the other side a possession ago. Going in for the steal, you overcommit, and there's a bit of a body bump in there. So Cam Johnson to the bench. Clax is going to come in correlation with Rudy Gobert coming back into the game as well. So 60-51. 3:35 to play in the first half with Gobert back in, some big minutes ahead. Conley returns, and it's basically the same starting 5 Minnesota began with, except Anderson is on the bench. McDaniels down the middle. Bro, he's so athletically good. But where was anyone stopping that drive to the basket? Mikal gets to the elbow, shoots over Edwards, and gets the bounce. $20 points for Mikal in a game where we've only scored 53. Conley for 3. That's well off. Rebound Royce. I'd live with the Conley 3-pointer every day of the week. In transition, Dimwitty, I didn't add a point. Pass over to Royce. Catch and shoot 3 is good. And it's down to 6. And Spence with the feed. And he's been pretty good at that today. He's got, well, half a dozen dimes in the first half, which is pretty good for a guy who can't make jump shots in this game. Edwards with the Euro. He's fouled. It's going to be shots. Mikal will pick up the foul, but we've got to keep him off the free throw line. I think we had Edwards covered relatively well on that possession, but just the little things letting us down. 62-56 the score. Let's have a look at the box score. You can see that for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're getting some really good contribution from basically everyone. No one in foul trouble either, which isn't ideal. Quite a few plays on 2 fouls. Alexander Walker, who I guarantee can't shoot like this any more than once every 10 games, has scored 9 in the first half off the bench. Edwards has 13 on good efficiency, and Gobert has 14 on good efficiency. Overall, they're shooting the ball really, really well. The turnovers is probably what's keeping us in the game, where we've been able to force 7. Even that's not great. Free throws, we've kept them off there for the majority. 5 offensive rebounds conceded, which isn't too bad with Gobert being a guy you have to deal with. You can see we're shooting the ball pretty well as well, around 50% from the field. And we've been to the free throw line a considerable amount more. More offensive rebounds, less turnovers. So we should be really in this game. But it's the defense which is really letting us down. Seth Curry with 10 off the bench. McCall and with 20 on insane efficiency. The only 2 in double figures for the Nets. We're going to need to see more players contribute in the second half and get a similar, output that we got when we played Boston. We had 4 players score 17 or more, or whatever it was. That's what we're going to need to win, but I don't know. It's been an interesting first half, to say the least. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new as well. But, look, all things considered, only being down 6 is not bad. And I have to give credit to McCall because he's been copping a lot of attention from plays like McDaniels with a lot of length. It's been pretty insane how he's been able to do it. A few 3-pointers in there. He's made 3 of those. Tightly guarded. In the mid-range is shots over Gobert. It's just been better offense prevailing over good defense, It's crazy stuff, really. But, this is nothing short of surprising because we've seen this basically, the majority of games that he's played. He's already had 9 games in his Nets tenure where he scored 20 or more, which I think speaks volumes about, the ceiling that this guy can reach potentially down the line. Like, it's just insane to see. Edwards makes free throw number 1. In case you forgot, he was fouled prior to the timeout. So, free throws for Edwards. And second is also good. So, 64-56 to 25 to play. Dinwiddie, excellent acceleration all the way. And I mean, if that opportunity is going to present itself, you want players to capitalize, and that's what Spence did right there. Good identification of the situation. Gobert, bit of a 2-man game with Conley, gives it to Edwards, picked up by McCall. Edwards all the way to the cup, scores for 2. McCall wanted an offensive foul because he thought that there was a tug on the arm. And he's not going to get that whistle, of course. Dinwiddie all the way again. Thought he got a foul in there, but he was able to get it to go anyway. And now we've hit 60. So, back and forth game, bucket for bucket. Oh, you can't be serious. That's... Conley wanted a foul on the shot. It's going to be a foul on the floor, but I think they're in the bonus anyway. McCall did have a point on that Edwards drive a couple possessions ago. Okay, so it's a foul on the side, or the ball will be inbounded on the side. Suzanne, I will get to your comment in just a second. Gobert. Conley. Missed the layup, and we are going to get the ball. I'm pretty sure that was off us, out of play, but we've been let off the hook there. Dinwiddie got completely discarded by that Gobert screen, so yeah. But 90 seconds to play first half. We've got a foul on McDaniels, which will send Dinwiddie to the line. We're now in the bonus. Both teams are in the bonus for that matter. Since KD has left, curious to know what Clax is averaging points-wise. Are they keeping him involved? Less involved. Less involved because he's had probably... Oh my god, Dinwiddie misses another free throw. What's the word? Yeah, Clax is getting less touches. I mean, we've got a bunch of players that you can afford to play one-on-one. You don't need to double up. So Clax isn't getting as much space as he was getting. All things considered, oh my... Spence, you can't be serious missing 2 free throws, dude. Gotta be punishing them there. I'll get back to your comment in just a second. Alexander Walker. Seth Curry is in. I don't know what for in the last minute. Skip pass. Edwards. Mid-range over DFS. Missed it. Rebound Royce. We're getting some stops to close out this first half. Exactly what we needed. Royce in 2 minds. Then they gave him the layup and then he threw it away. What a fucking stupid play. Edwards on the drive and the layup. Like, what is Royce doing? He had space there to either pull the trigger on a mid-range, which, granted, I would not want to see. Had a bit of space for the 3. Or could have driven it, and he's just turning the ball over. Dinwiddie with a fucking shit shot selection. And it's back up to 8 in the blink of an eye. I don't know what Seth Curry is in the game for. You've sent McCall to the bench to close this half out. What a fucking degenerate decision. And now Anderson for 3. That's off. Badly. Finney Smith. And now Dinwiddie. We hold for 1. Royce is trash. It's just those possessions, bro. I don't know how many times he does this, man. DFS in the corner for 3. That's well off, and that's the half. Bro, oh, for God's sake. I mean, an 8-point deficit isn't awful, but I would love to see a lot more. To answer your question again, though, Suzanne, he's less involved, but the defensive impact is still there. 68-60, though, at the half. And look, some of the turnovers have been the most brain-dead shit I've ever seen. Some of the shots have been brain-dead as well. Who won the Simmons-Harden trade? I think you don't need to be a genius to work out that trade. I'm not going to answer that one for you because rocket science, I think, prevails on that one. If we look at the box score, you can see McCall's got 20 points in 20 minutes. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to have to play 40 minutes tonight to win, or for us to win this game, especially given they've all rested. That is the big thing for me. Cam Johnson only playing 15 minutes. He's been rested up. He should be playing. I'm liking 19 Clax minutes. That's what we need to see, and we probably have to, given Gobert's playing. We've seen no Nerlens Noel in this game, which is also an interesting call for those backup center minutes, but I would be for that. There hasn't been really any bench minutes. I mean, Seth Curry scored 10 and been really efficient in that time. Cam Thomas only with the 5 minutes and nothing much really to show for it. He was pretty shitty on defense, so I would not be one bit surprised that he doesn't play in the second half. Overall, though, I mean, Royce, 8 rebounds. That's pretty underrated, and I reckon probably 3 offensive boards in there. Yep, we are right there. But the turnovers is probably the biggest issue for me. I mean, we've had 7 of them. We've done well with the offensive rebounds. The free throws are a big issue. I mean, if you make 2 or 3 of those more, it looks much more visually pleasing when you look at the percentages. But also, in a game where you're down 8, you know, 5 points down looks a lot better than 8 points down. I mean, you can make up a 5-point deficit. You can make up an 8-point deficit. They're all the same. But free throws are vital. You know, you're getting these opportunities at the line. You got to convert. I mean, we look at who's missed them. It hasn't even been Clax. He's been there twice. McCall's missed 1. Cam Johnson's missed 2. Dinwiddie missed both on his trip. So it's not great. And then you look at Minnesota, who I mean, we're not shooting bad. We're just sub 50%. But look, Edwards is shooting it well. Gobert is shooting it well. You've got a number of other guys in the starting lineup who are shooting it well. And then the bench, Alexander Walker's leading the way, but the shooting is really high. Like, how many shots? We've had 4 less. We have made 1 more 3. The offensive rebounding, we're actually outdoing them in that area, which is pretty nuts. But, like, it's just... the way they're shooting it, the percentage in which they're shooting it is just... I mean, it's not sustainable, but... you know, we've got to do things, you know, that we can control. And one of the things we can control is that defensive activity. A lot of the times, like, the closeouts on three-pointers have been really, really poor. Or there's just been too much space. It's almost like we've been like, we don't believe you can hit this shot. Try it. And we're being punished for it. Do I think we'll be punished the same way in the second half? Maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, we've got to knuckle down on the defensive end. I mean, only 7 threes conceded, but it's been very easy on the interior. I mean, I'm actually going to look at the... let me have a look. Around the grounds, by the way, Atlanta are beating Washington, which is an important result for us. It does concern us, but we don't want the Hawks to win. The Blazers beating Philly, that is unrelated. San Antonio are beating Denver. Don't even ask me how that's happening. Cleveland beating the Heat by 9 at the half. That is a big, big result. If Cleveland can get the job done there. I don't even know how on earth Denver beating San Antonio. Keldon Johnson is 16. Doug McDermott 17 off the bench. There you have it. And that's with Jokic scoring 21. 7 boards, 6 dimes. But I'm just going to have a look at these. I'm very, very curious to see how many paint points they've got. Yeah. To no one's surprise, they've got 34 points in the paint. And we've got 22. So we're being done over there. What is that number? BL. What is BL and what is POT? I don't know what that stands for. If I go to ESPN, they may give me the answer. Like 2 quarters again where we've conceded 30 plus. We really need a quarter where we can concede what, 20, 23, 24 just to get us back in the game here. Because I'd back us to score 30 if we can only concede 23. That's going to be on the back yet again though of good defense. Largest lead of 12. Fast break points, they've had 8-0. We have had not one fast break point. Yesterday, against Milwaukee, that number was so lopsided in our favor. If I'm gonna go have a look at that game actually. Because the reason we got back into the game against Milwaukee was on the back of fast break points. I mean, we had 15-7. The points... oh, here we go. This is what I want to see. Points off turnovers. Off the turnovers, we had 24 points off turnovers. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. I think it's the other way. I may be wrong. Yeah, I thought it was lopsided in our favor, but I don't know. No one plays defense in the NBA, just threes and free throws. Well, that's just proving my point. If you play defense, that is the difference maker, isn't it? You know, you can do the free throws and the 3-pointers, but if the defense is there, then that gives you an instant leg up. But look, I do want to see that Spencer Dinwiddie needs to lift. That's what people have been saying, that Spencer needs to improve. He's 3 of 9 when he's, driven to the cup. That's been good. But there's been a few mid-ranges in there that have been really questionable. Like, he's been a good distributor, but at the same time, just, yeah. I don't really know. But overall, you need to feed Mikal the ball. I mean, 12 shots, he's probably got to get at least 25 for us to win as well. You play defense, you go into the line. Well, look, yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you can just be disciplined defensively, then it's a ripple effect for everything else. I say this literally every stream. I'm not even, like, play the tapes on repeat. Like, it's the same crap. Bring in the bench. Bring in the bench. The bench would be able to hold this Minnesota team to under 100. But look, Gobert, defending him is step one, because last night we know how difficult it was to defend Lopez, especially down the stretch. Good thing is Gobert isn't a stretch big, but on the interior, he is an absolute force, and Clax has a big job ahead of him in the second half. It's going to be so interesting to see how we defend the pick and roll, because Clax can't really afford to switch. He has to stay on Gobert, because even he can't go with him. So you expect a Royce O'Neal or a Mikal Bridges to, go with him, go toe to toe. It's not happening. So, it's interesting to see how we defend the guy who is handling the ball in a pick and roll action. Gobert is mediocre at best. He's mediocre at best, but when you've got a team that has one center who's a more slim build, then you've got a dilemma. You've got a dilemma. When you're also playing small ball, you've got a dilemma as well, because you switch. If you're playing switch defense, it does not work with Gobert, because they will just feed him under the basket and he will score every single time. Hence why 7 of 9. All 7 of his field goals have been from, I reckon, within 5 feet. Because he looks to take a baseline if he takes it like 10 feet out, and he basically tries to shelter the rim from defenders. I wonder if Noel is getting another contract. They may give him one. I think we have a roster spot, so it doesn't really make sense to just let that stay free, because, I'm not really sure what the plan is with that roster spot, but I would not be one bit surprised if I wouldn't be one bit surprised if we end up letting him go. Because it'd be so Brooklyn Nets to just be like, oh yeah, we need a backup big, but let's get rid of the one backup big we do have. Timberwolves didn't think, so they traded for him like they were getting MJ. Well, it basically fucked up the entire market. It just, shat on the entire market, essentially, because everything, like, in a, every superstar package was now considered shit. Like, the Kevin Durant package probably was reasonable, but because Gobert got 7 assets, 8 assets, 9 assets, then it looks like a bit of a fleecing, So the second half is gonna, well, we've obviously got a half to go. It's just gonna be a matter of the defense. Literally the number one thing. The turnover thing would be another thing because in transition we've looked a bit ropes. And I don't really want to find out what'll happen if that continues into the second half. But 68 first half points, I'm just not buying it. Like, it's just poor defense. I'm not gonna stand for it. Do I need to employ the stop chant, like, immediately? I think it's gonna have to happen because it's just like, you know, it's just a bit out of order. It's a bit out of hand. Bro, DFS in his tenure at the Nets, 32% from the field, 22% from three. You can't play small ball 5 lineups with DFS as the 5. It just doesn't work because, as I said before, the whole point of having a small ball 5 is to space the floor and cater to your offensive ability. But DFS has no offensive ability. At least in this game, he's shown he has no offensive ability. Okay. Okay, well, I've heard from the assistant coach what I want to hear, the physical nature in which we're going to need to come out the gates with, because we don't start well this third quarter. We're going to be facing a tough wall to climb for the back end. This team should be regenerated. I don't want to see any form of lethargy in this second half. It's completely shambolic if we start the third quarter looking like an absolute joke on defense. We've seen it before, and I hope to see it again, where the third quarter and the fourth quarter is where we light it up. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new as well. We'll be back for Nets Nuggets in a couple of days. We kick off the second half with Dinwiddie bringing the ball up. Picked up by Edwards. Johnson, Dinwiddie. High screen. Dinwiddie going to drive. Bro, Spence has got to stop with the mid-ranges, dude. Spence, back out of DFS. They're playing drop coverage, and Dinwiddie's forced into mid-ranges because he doesn't want to take on Gobert. Dinwiddie step back 3. I mean, that is the most awful offensive set out the gate in the second half. But, like, the ball did not leave Spencer's hands basically the entire 35 seconds we had the ball there. McDaniels for 3, no switch. Luckily, he missed it because that was an incredibly open look. Oh, fucking rubbish pass. I don't know what the ball was doing there, but the ball didn't bounce up to Cam Johnson. He was very relaxed, and he just let it bounce out of play. So, like, shit like that, that is such an avoidable turnover, and we're just digging our own grave by that garbage. Oh my god. Where the fuck is the offensive foul there? That is a joke. DFS is wide open for 3. Finally! Amongst that weird-ass offensive possession for Minnesota, they didn't even set up defensively, and DFS snuck in behind. DFS with the steal and the spin. Pulls up for 3. Didn't get the bounce. You can't be doing that. Cam Johnson is still like... I think he still thinks he's bleeding or something from having been hit in the face a couple possessions ago. And once again, you find Clax on the perimeter, and that means Gobert is going to be an aerial threat up top. Yep, there's a timeout on the floor. What a damn surprise. Cam Johnson is yet again bleeding. He copped a hit against Charlotte a few games ago. And he's bleeding again in the exact same nostril. Bro, he just fucking elbowed him in the head. That is rubbish. How is that not an offensive foul? Are you taking the piss? Right in front. Bro, are you just allowed to do that now? That is fucking bullshit. Oh my God. And now the janitors are out there getting paid overtime to clean up all this blood from the floor. That's fucking rubbish, though. Like, how are you not going to call a foul on that? That's a joke. I've seen softer being called. Refs, what blood? Yeah, 100%. They're colorblind. They probably think it's just sweat or some shit. That's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever said, but you know what? Deal with it. Like, he's elevated the elbow so high. It's not even on the, like, you know, the refs aren't even blinded from it. It's the elbow that hit him is nearest to the baseline where the referee was situated. That is a joke. Oh my God. Go to Specsavers. Get your eyes checked. So now we have to bring Royce in. 2 minutes into the second half. That's just great news. That is just great news, isn't it? So the spacing is a little bit more questionable now. McCall drives on Gobert, shoots the midi, and missed it. Claxey's getting his arm held. Royce has an open three, and he bricked it. Rebound Edwards. And now Gobert has broken out in transition. We have no paint presence. Edwards, good ball fake. Kick out to the corner for McDaniels, who gets by Dinwiddie. And once again, the alley-oop is unstoppable, because Clax is yet again guarding someone in the corner. It's just the same shit every single possession. Dinwiddie on the drive. Short on the runner. Again. Spencer's got to pass the ball. Anderson drives. Kick out to McDaniels. Surely he doesn't shoot the three. Edwards got by Dinwiddie. The reverse is off. Clax was there with the internal presence. Bridges. Gonna back down Conley. Oh my God, he turned it over. No, he didn't. Dinwiddie somehow ends up with it. DFS. Down the middle. Extra feed. That's what we need to see more of. If you can get Gobert to commit on your drive, pass it to Clax with the dump pass. Royce with the active hands. Steal. DFS. In transition, one-on-one. Gobert is there. There's going to be a foul under the basket. I don't know who it's on, but it is free throws. Yet again, the problem is with Spencer, because all they're doing is, as soon as the screen is set by Clax, because he can't shoot the mid-range, Gobert is just camping in the paint. So Dinwiddie either has to shoot a mid-range or risk the Gobert block. And I wouldn't back him in either way, so he's just probably got to get rid of the ball. Oh my God, we literally cannot make free throws for our life in this game. 74-68. We have missed like 8 free throws. Second free throw is good by DFS. He's 3 of 4 from the line, and it is a 5-point game. We're getting a few more stops, though, which is good. Defensive activity seems to have lifted. It always takes 24 minutes for it to happen. McDaniels, step back 2 over Clax. Look, I'll live with that, but Clax has just hit the deck. Got back up. Royce to the corner for Spence. He's going to drive. Bounce past to Bridges. Gets through. Back out to Spence. Bounce past to DFS in the corner. Now out to Dimwitty. Oh my god, we have to shoot. Dimwitty. Where's the foul? Where's the foul? He got it a go. How did he do that off the glass as the shot clock was expiring? We're doing much better in this third quarter, but slow-mo with the hook shot over Clax. It's back up to 7. I don't think we've led in this game, which is sort of mad given how close it's been. It's always been basically single digits. Bridges in the mid-range. Rainbow 2. Got it to go. That's his first bucket of the second half. 78-73. Get a stop. Edwards basically triple teamed. Conley through the middle. They wanted the pass to Gobert. He kicks it out to Anderson on the catch. The 3 is off. The rebound by Royce. And now McCall. DFS down the middle. Layup is off. Where is the foul? Probably not there because that was a good defensive possession. 3 by Edwards is off. Look who's there. Fucking Rudy Gobert. And we have a timeout. What a damn surprise. Clax finds himself guarding on the perimeter again. And what does that mean? Well, it means Gobert is manned up by DFS under the basket. Who would you back in to get an offensive rebound out of those two? Rudy Gobert. Refs will clearly ignore a foul, but let Luka charge like a ram and get to the line every time. Oh, it's just like inconsistent as hell with every single damn fucking NBA game, dude. We need to get a stop. Ladies and gentlemen, is it time for the stop chant? I mean, we are getting stops, so that's not really the problem. It's just... oh, it's the little things every single time. It's like we're conceding a dumbass mid-range or an offensive rebound or something like that. So, ladies and gents, I think it's time. I think it's time to get the chant because currently it's just a bit shambolic. I mean, the defense, as I said, isn't too bad. Actually, let's have a quick look at the box score. You will see that the, well, Gobert hasn't missed. Who am I kidding? But Edwards has not made a field goal this quarter, I don't think. Shooting numbers from 3 has gone down. They're still shooting the ball lights out from the field, though. And we're shooting at about the same, too. So, honestly, there hasn't been really much change. And, you know, the scoreline sort of reflects that, doesn't it? It was 8 points. It's now 5. Not really much difference. I did see, though, that we've had a few more shots than them in this third quarter. So, yeah. I don't know. 78-73, 6:39 to play. It's been basically the same marginal game. We've never taken the lead. Is there going to be a point where, you know, the pin drops? I don't know. Day 12, believing in Ben Simmons. Honestly, look. Seriously, I think... I honestly forgot about Ben Simmons until you brought him up, so now I'm a bit depressed, but... Dude, I don't even want to talk about Ben. I would be very interested to know if Ben would be getting real-time minutes. We've got some T-Wolves fans in the chat. I hope you're doing well, my guy. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support on it. And subscribe if you are new as well. We're back for Nets Nuggets in a couple of days' time if you want to tune in for that. Gobert is at the free throw line. He was fouled after about 5 plays, couldn't get a rebound. Gobert is not great on free throws, but I would argue he's improved. I don't know what his percentages are. Thank you, my friend, for subscribing as well. All support's appreciated. There's also a donation link for any of you who feel like a donation is needed. It's not, but I'm just mentioning it. Alrighty, so 2 free throws made. Nets. Now Spencer. See, they're playing drop coverage. Corner 3 for Joe. He's not going to shoot it. Kick it out to Royce, who was on the move. Out to Spence on the catch. One more. Royce is wide open. Excellent ball movement. And the 3 is good to cut it to 4. That was really well worked, but the ball was zinging around on that possession. Very hard to keep up, no matter how good your defense is. So now we need to get it together on this end. Stop. 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 Good stop. Good, Mikal. Push the pace. Pulls up for 2. And got the bounce. Down to a 2-point deficit. No T-Wolves streams. There is a Timberwolves Nets game down the stretch as well. There's a foul on the floor. I am a primary Nets streamer. I don't really stream other games unless it's maybe... I did one game last year, the Cavs-Hawks play-in game. Just for vibes, because I think the winner of that was going to play the Nets. Gobert fakes the pass, the Euro. Good defense, Clax. Good defense. Go! Spence. Don't shoot a 3. Don't shoot a 3. Drive it. Drive it. Please. Spence. High screen Clax. Spencer. He's got the switch. He can take Gobert on. He's going to shoot a 3. Yep. For God's sake, dude. What the fuck is he doing? He had Gobert on the outside. All he needed to do was drive it. Oh, Spence. Just pass the ball if you're going to do that. Gobert's now backing Spence down. That's a travel. Well done, Spence. Had him basically walking on air. And it is another turnover for Minnesota. So Spencer giving up about 5 to 6 inches of height. And definitely a lot of kilos in the weight room. Does that make any sense? Just a lot of kilos, full stop. Well done to stay stable in that. Bridges, that is a really irrational shot, and Gobert was there with the contest again. Edwards, all the way. Royce stays with. The kick out, though, to McLaughlin. He was wide open, miss, and good follow-up by Royce, who tapped it to himself, and we have another chance to tie or take the lead. Spencer bounce pass to Clax. Layup is off. We've had 3 chances to tie it up, and we have blown every single one. McDaniels on Joe Harris. It's a foul. It's going to be shots. So we were right there to get over the hump. Yeah, LBs or pounds, whatever. As a Nets fan, how confident are you about them winning tonight? You know, I'm not 100% sure. Because I don't think the Timberwolves offense is sustainable. But I also think that the Nets offense is also not sustainable. So I think it's a very even match. McDaniels misses free throw 1. Yeah, I think it's a really, it's a toss-up. It's a very 50-50 type game. I think I would have said the same thing pre-game as well. Okay, so Gobert is on the bench. That'll mean Naz Reid is in the game. So these are the minutes we've got to capitalize on here. McDaniels makes the second, splits the pair. It is still a 1-possession game. So we need to get back on the score sheet. Cam Johnson is back in the game with that nose plugged again. Dinwiddie into the paint. The layup. Where's the foul? It's going to be shots. They wanted to travel. It's going to be shots, though. And look. Spencer Dinwiddie, immediately, they sent Gobert to the bench, and now he looks much more eager to drive it to the cup. And he makes free throw 1. So I think that's the go. In the minutes that Naz Reid is on the bench, you have to have Spencer Dinwiddie on the court. No excuses. So the second free throw coming up now for Spencer is good. It is down to 1. It has not been this close since, I would argue, the very first minutes of the quarter. Naz Reid fumbled it initially, takes it inside, missed the layup. Spencer there defensively again. Royce the cross, down the middle, layup is off. Finney-Smith got the rebound, but there's a foul in there. It's going to be shots for Royce. And you're seeing what defense does, ladies and gentlemen. I said it last time. I said it at the half. The minute you start defensively going, you know, you get going defensively and you're gonna start to get some more transition opportunities. Even though we haven't made the shots, we're getting the opportunity to score those buckets at the free throw line. At halftime, we had 0 fast break points. And yesterday, we definitely had a lot more overall. That's why we got so close against Milwaukee, forcing turnovers and whatnot. Unfortunately, Royce only split the pair, which means it is now tied. Edwards one-on-one with McCall. The drive, the stop. We thought there was a shuffle there. Anderson into the paint. Good defense, Royce, but there is a make. Anderson was able to just remain stable on that layup attempt. And now it's back out to a possession. We're back where we were about a minute ago. Dinwiddie to the corner for DFS. They wanted to travel again. McCall. 3 over Reid. That is off. That's not going to be a high percentage shot most of the time. A 3 off the dribble contested. Edwards over Johnson. 3 is off. And Anthony Edwards is really dried up scoring-wise. Royce to the corner. Johnson on the catch. Got it! We have the lead for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We've come back from the deficit of a dozen, and now we need to not look back. Prince on the drive. He is fouled by Johnson, who remained vertical. He's in disbelief about what he's supposed to do there. And I understand, but I also would say there is a foul in there. So 84-83. It's getting a little bit more anxiety filled, I would say, because I mean, this is a game we need to win. And so do Minnesota. I mean, they're in that logjam for the you know, the playoff spots, the play-in spots. They're in the 7 seed right now. A loss, man, could get them into, like, let's have a look. So yeah, they're at 12.5 games back. They lose today, they're within 2 games of being the 12 seed, which is sort of mental, if you think about it. And that's without other results being considered as well. Oh my God, the Sixers beat Portland. Portland were up like the whole game. And the Sixers came back in the second half after trailing by 15 at the half. So I don't know what happened at the end of that game. I'm going to have a look, actually. It's not like the game really concerns us, but damn, with 2 seconds left, Joel Embiid scored a bucket after Damian Lillard turned it over with 20 seconds left. How have the Blazers blown this? Pretty shambolic. But this second half performance we've lifted. I mean, we've only conceded 15 points in the quarter, and I said at halftime we need a 23, 24 point quarter in terms of defense, like conceding 23 or 24 to get back in this game, because I back us to score 30. To this point, we have scored 24. So we're well on track for that number. So I do believe if we have the lead at 3/4 time, I'm very confident that we can get the job done. But it's just been on the back of a huge lift in energy. I don't know why it takes always 24 minutes for us to get going. So it's interesting that we have not opted to play Seth Curry. We've played Joe Harris minutes over the top in this second half. And for those wondering where Cam Thomas is, I would argue that the selection or the lack of selection to play him in this second half was a good decision, because defensively he sucked. And what did we need at the half? We needed more defense, you know? Okay. So Torian Prince is at the free throw line after Cam Johnson was given the foul. Sorry, conceded the foul. Second free throw for Prince is good. They have the lead yet again. So 2.5 minutes or so to play in this third quarter. Imperative we close it out. Clax is playing bench minutes. Oh, that is too easy. Oh! Spencer! With the throwdown. And that's why there's a big problem with Gobert on the bench. As much as you may want to criticize Gobert, in this game, he's been nothing but positive for them. Because it's really put Dinwiddie off his game. But on that, he's seen a wide open lane. Torian Prince took a shot, presumably as Dinwiddie was trying to breeze past Prince. Yeah, there was an elbow in there. So it is 86-85. I think it's more free throws. Minnesota in the bonus, and Alexander Walker makes number one, so we're tied again. And I'm going to put my money on there being a lot of lead changes in this, in the rest of this game. So Minnesota haven't made a field goal in a while. We've sent them to the free throw line a bit. They missed the second free throw, and we can reinforce the lead a little bit further. So Dinwiddie, the high screen and the switch. He's got Naz Reid picking him up. I would take him on again. Take him on. Drive it. Dinwiddie drives. The scoop. The layup. And there it is again. I'm not one bit surprised. Spencer has played this very smartly with Rudy Gobert on the bench. Reid rolls. We're playing a bit of zone. Alexander Walker there. The three is off after Clax closed out. And the rotations weren't great, but they weren't bad either. We were thereabouts for the contest. Now Dinwiddie one-on-one again with Naz Reid. There's going to be a little bit of space for the perimeter shooters. Clax! With the putback two. After Dinwiddie missed the layup. Anderson, the kick out to Prince. No foul. Wide open two from the elbow. That's off. The rebound, Johnson. Dinwiddie's wide open. Johnson takes it in. It's a blocking foul, and it's going to be more free throws for the Nets. So, very clear what the mindset has been with Rudy on the bench. Drive it, because Naz Reid, as much as we wanted him as an addition when we had KD and Kyrie, he hasn't been very good for the Timberwolves here. Or he's been more so a liability. He's not bad. He's just been a liability in this game. But the defense has also been excellent. We're forcing him into bad shots or lower percentage shots. The points in the paint haven't been as... there hasn't been as much of a runway to the rim. The interior presence has been there. Yeah. And they're not knocking down their shots. Some of the shots that they were making in the first half simply aren't going down. It's an 8-1 run. Alexander Walker for three again. That's off. Johnson has just been spanked in the face again by Rudy Gobert. And it's going to be our ball. See, we're forcing Alexander Walker, who I never thought was going to be able to shoot the ball at a consistent rate in this second half. He was 4 of 5 in the first half. I didn't expect him to keep that up in the second half because he's not, he's not historically a good shooter. Or he's a very streaky shooter. And that goes for within one game. Johnson at the line again because the Nets are in the bonus. Take them for everything you can get. Put lots of distance in that scoreboard. Well, yeah. These free throws, we couldn't make them in the first half. We've been a little bit more punishing in the second half. The second free throw is good. And this has been an excellent quarter. Minnesota are 1 of 11. Yeah, in the last 11 field goals. Crazy stuff. Crazy what defense can do. Edwards, 1-on-1 with DFS. Bit of ISO. He's short on the 3. Gobert with the board. Gobert with the spin. The layup is good. It's very pretty. But look, like, we've missed or forced another miss. I'm not as cut about giving away second chance points because we're in front, but obviously you don't want to be doing that. It could count for a lot more later. And when you're reflecting on this game in hindsight, Dinwiddie 1-on-1 with Alexander Walker. He's going to drive. He thought he was fouled. And Alexander Walker is not happy. And there's going to be a tech as well. Oh, that is a rubbish tech. So Alexander Walker, he ran off. He ran away and he got pinged for a tech. That is a joke. And Curry's going to convert the technical free throw and we'll also have 2 more shots. But that is a joke of a technical. I don't know where they've plucked that idea from. That's a very poor decision. If I was a Timberwolves fan, I would say, refs, you suck. I'd get a chant going because it's been fucking abysmal. At least with the technical calls. Yeah, so there is a foul in there. He did hit him on the arm and Dinwiddie gathered. Was it on the floor? Was it on the shot? It doesn't matter. He would have gone to the line anyway with the foul going his way. But you can barely do anything these days on defense. So, 1 possession for Minnesota to get this deficit down. It's slow-mo, picked up by Clax. Alexander Walker drive, wraparound pass, Gobert fumbled it, kick out, Anderson didn't get it off. He banked it in, but it's not going to count. And what a third quarter. I wanted 23 or 24 to be conceded or less. We got 20 conceded. We ended up scoring 37 in what was a 19-point swing in that third quarter. And it was one hell of a quarter as well. Look at the scoring. I mean, Cam Johnson, he scored 8 in the quarter. Spence, he was 3 of 9 in the first half. He went 4 of 8 in that quarter. He knocked down a 3-pointer as well. He's got 8 dimes. Royce has been really good. 2 threes. 11 boards, plenty of those offensive and some really good defense in that third quarter, especially when Cam Johnson had to go to the bench early. His name was called and he stood up. 9 points to go with that because he's been at the line. Seth Curry with 11. The shooting has really sustained itself. It's actually gone up marginally, but here's what we wanted to see for Minnesota. You got Gobert scoring 22 and 11. Edwards did not make a field goal in that quarter. I'm pretty positive. If he did, it wasn't at a good efficiency. He's already clocked 30 minutes as well. So that's considerably more than any of his counterparts. But Alexander Walker didn't make a shot in that third quarter as well. And you can see their shooting from 3 is well down. Not 1 3-pointer made in that third quarter. After they were, I believe, 7 of 14 at the half or something around that mark. Maybe 7 of 16. Their field goal percentage was up around 60% for like the whole first half. It's now down to 51%. And because we've been to the free throw line a ton, that's where the difference has been. 29 free throws already to 18. The offensive rebounding, we're outdoing them there, 10-7. And you can see that the turnover count for them is at 10. The turnover count for us is at 8. So amidst you know, rectifying all those errors that we had in the first half and all those issues we had in the first half, we were able to capitalize. Like you talk about, well, actually, I'm gonna mention this as well. Spencer Dinwiddie, a couple possessions where he had Gobert, you know, he had Rudy Gobert to pick up. Like, he did an incredible job of staying with and not letting him get to where he wanted in the restricted area. The last quarter has begun. We'll talk a little bit more at the first change, or first timeout. Conley, Gobert, Anderson, Prince, and Alexander Walker in with your boy on the bench, Clax. And Anthony Edwards also on the on the bench. Yeah. But, like, the turnovers were a problem. We had one in the third quarter. The defense was a problem. We limited them big time. You know? The offensive rebounding, we haven't let them get in charge of that. It's been exceptional. The three-pointers, we couldn't defend it in the first half, and we've defended it extremely well. Only conceded 1-3. Anderson with the easy 2 in the paint to kick things off in this last quarter. It is Seth Curry bringing it up. We've got Cam Johnson, Royce, McCall, and DFS. We went on that run without McCall on the floor, which is also a positive. McCall with the acceleration and the layup off the window. And I think Rudy Gobert was trying to cover the mid-range. He knows how dangerous McCall is there. But in doing so, he left a little bit of a window for McCall. A bit of a window for McCall to get the layup. But that is a phantom foul. I don't know where the foul is there. It is... Like, yeah, McCall just had a... He's very quick for someone his size. And those strides really put him in good stead. Especially on the drive against much larger opponents. Alexander Walker in the corner. He's missed another 3. And now Seth Curry. So... we can get it out to double figures. Crazy thing to say. Curry in the mid-range. That's off. First miss of the second half for him. First shot of the second half for him. Anderson, top of the key. Royce is picking up Gobert in the paint. Royce has done a really good job to send Gobert to the outside. Drive by Conley. Okay, please tell me how that is a foul. So DFS, I don't really know what you want him to do there. It's a bit like the Dinwiddie one on the other side in the third quarter, except DFS retracted his arms like before Conley gathered the ball, which is a bit tough. But the shot is made and the free throw to come as well to convert the N1 opportunity is good. It's now 93-99. So... at least we've got to get a few minutes here with this small ball lineup and then bring Clax in at about the, I'd say, the 8-minute mark. We've got to keep the lead for those 2.5 minutes or whatever it is. McCall's going to bring Gobert back to the outside, who is the matchup right now. Bridges one-on-one. Drive, pull up in the mid-range, and he missed it. Didn't get the bounce that time, and now Prince in transition. They're going to drive. The short pop is off. The rebound. Bridges. Good box out by DFS. Bridges in transition. The layup. Got rid of Anderson. And couldn't get the wide open layup to go. But it's going to be shots for him to get us into triple figures. Yep, that is a hack. These refs are killing me. There's been a lot of whistles in this game. A lot of whistles. So shots for McCall. Bro, McCall, what are you doing, mate? We've missed so many free throws. I mean, this lead would be hella comfortable if we could actually shoot free throws adequately. DFS has actually been pretty underrated in the second half, playing some pretty good defense on their taller players. Clax is back in, though, for him to pick up Gobert. The free throw by McCall is good. We cracked the ton. And yeah, what a fight back. After a pretty poor first half defensively, we've only conceded 25 to this stage in this half. Conley, the switch. Alley-oop, they looked for it, but we blocked the run well. That's where the physicality comes in. Transition opportunity. Bridges could not get the shot to go. We fought on the glass, but could not get it. Prince in transition leaves it for the trailing Conley. In rhythm, the three is off. And Clacks, another good box out. He edged Rudy Gobert under the ball. And, well, that's just crap, isn't it? No chance that was a continuation. Oh, you're fucking joking. Are you serious? So we turned the ball over in transition. Gobert was there, and Royce, what is he thinking fouling? What is he thinking? He's trying to tackle him on the gather. He did nothing. In that case, you've got to wrap him up. So he's just conceded 2 points. The easiest 2 points of all time. Gobert misses the free throw. And so we're very lucky to get off the hook there. Oh, Royce, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiots. He's given Rudy Gobert a free throw, followed it up with a carry without having even brought the ball past the half-court line. Oh my god. Those are the kind of things you just have to send him to the bench. That's just unbelievably shit. Can't be allowing that. Rudy Gobert the roll, and another foul, and more shots at the line. Oh, for God's sake. Bro, Royce is just killing us in this last 30 seconds. He is basically given them 5 points. Dinwiddie comes in, I'm pretty sure, for your boy. Nope, Royce is still in the game. What a dumbass lineup we're rolling out here. That free throw is off again. McCall fought for the rebound and got it. So now Gobert has not punished. We have a foul. The key thing here is the Timberwolves are already in the bonus, and we have a long way to go. This is really going to test the defense, but another big thing here with that foul by Jaden McDaniels, he's picked up his 5th. And you've got to save him for the closing, so that means they're going to have to take him to the bench. Oh, what a play! McCall! What an alley-oop pass from the inbounds to Clacks. Excellent take. That was so clean, so crispy. Gobert now in the paint. He's like triple teamed. The kick out of Alexander Walker. It wasn't clean. He had to pick up his dribble. Anderson into the paint. The layup. The scoop. He missed the layup. Get the board. Yes. Curry does well. Gobert is limping. I couldn't tell if he was fixing his shoe. Curry from way downtown. That's off. And we've got a timeout. Gobert is limping. So we did score 2 points. I forgot to tack those 2 on. But Rudy is trying to walk it off. But bloody hell. I'm going to be right back. I just need to go to the bathroom, because otherwise, yeah. All right, I'll be back in just a moment. All right, my bathroom break is over. My bathroom timeout has ended. And the actual timeout has probably ended as well. Okay. Okay. The ad break is over, people. Gobert has got 26 and 11. Yeah, I definitely backed that to happen pre-game. Let's have a look. What's going on here? Gobert, what happened? Oh, gee, that is a nasty tweak. That's a really nasty tweak. He's back out there, though. Fair play to him. 8 minutes to play. Prince. Good switch off the ball. Clacks now on Gobert. Prince in the corner. The drive. The floater is good on the baseline for 2. So, lead back down to 3. Long, long way to go. Bridges nearly tripped over. Dinwiddie. Looking for McCall, but Edwards is doing a good job of denying that. Dinwiddie, the pull-up 3. Got it! Big, big shot for Spence to get it back out of 6. And Spence has really lifted in the second half on both ends. Conley wanted the 3, didn't have space. Now to the other corner for Prince. Gets by Clax. Good block by Clax. Get the hell out of there. Seth Curry, good defensive activity. Really could have given away the foul there. I reckon there was a foul there. Prince definitely had a case for the contact, but Clax with an excellent recovery after trailing, and he sent that one into the bleachers. So, 6 to shoot. They got to get it in. They do. And now Edwards, he's got 4 to shoot. He drives and gets the 2, and Dinwiddie is holding his ankle now. But he looks okay. He is running off a bit of a limp as well. Bridges is going to bring it up in this case. Bridges gets by. Edwards shoots over Gobert and knocks it down. This is where the all the practice comes into play. You know, you practice for these kind of situations. Alexander Walker on the wing. The 3 is off. Finney Smith the board. Bro, that guy's throwing this game. He has not made one shot in this second half. And they've been like all 3-pointers. Dinwiddie from the elbow. He got it again. That wasn't falling in the first half. And it was down to 3, but we've reinforced it. It is an 8-point lead. 109-101, 6:14 to go. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well if you are new. We'll be back for Nets Nuggets in a couple of days' time, which is an early fixture, and I have to wake up at 6:30 a.m. for it. So, bloody hell, the commitment is unwavered. I don't know why I'm even bothering, given we'll probably get blown out, but I don't know. We will be streaming it, though. Whether I actually wake up on time is going to be a completely different story, but yeah. Let's have a look at the box score, actually, because I think that's going to be an interesting point of discussion. Let's have a look. I'm not going to look at the advanced stats, really. We'll do that for the post-game, but you can see the shooting is well and truly up there. And you can see Spence, I mean, a very poor first half, but he has lifted. The efficiency's gone up. The defensive activity's been underrated, especially when he's been involved in a mismatch. Clax has been pretty good in the second half as well. I'd say he's basically been on a level playing field with Gobert. And then McCall, he hasn't really been as much of a focal point. He's still shooting over 50% from the field. And then you've got Cam Johnson in there with 15. So 5 players in double figures with 2 others pressing double figures. So it's been a pretty good showing offensively, hence why we've got 109 already. For Minnesota, you can see Gobert's been incredibly efficient, but Anthony Edwards has really struggled in this second half. You've got McDaniels and Anderson doing well, but McDaniels is on 5 fouls, so he's a guy you definitely want in at this time of game, but you can't afford to risk it until maybe the 4-minute mark when the game could be all said and done. Alexander Walker's taken like 5 threes. Yeah, every one of his shots have been threes in the second half, and he's missed all of them. So Minnesota still yet to make a 3-pointer in this second half. Crazy. So, I mean, what a second half we've put together. What a second half we've put together. It's been a pretty colossal effort, I have to say. Especially after starting really poorly. I mean, this is where the rest comes into play. I mean, you may start slow, but you got a leg up over the opposition because you've had that extra bit of rest. And another good thing is, you know, Minnesota have been in the bonus for about 3 or so minutes, and they haven't been to the free throw line once. Testament to our discipline. So the starting 5 back on the floor, aside from Cam Johnson, who is on the bench. McDaniels is back in. They feed it out to Edwards, who's picked up by DFS. Drive. Good work by Royce, who interrupted the layup and now ends up with it in the fast break. And 2 shots, and McDaniels is gone. Royce O'Neal, you legend. In I think it was the second quarter or the third quarter, there were a couple AIDS plays in there, but Royce got a vital hand in there as the defense collapsed on Edwards. Ended up with it in transition, pushed the pace, and recognized McDaniels was the last line of defense. Goodbye, Jalen. Or Jaden, I don't know which one. So the insult sort of loses a bit of kick. A bit of punch. But they are challenging this because if they're going to win this game, they need McDaniels. So they're putting it in there now. They're throwing it in. And I don't actually know if it's a real... I don't know if it's a foul. Oh, that's tough. Jaden. It's Jalen or Jaden. The other one's Jalen. Or maybe this one's Jalen and the other one's Jaden. I don't know. Royce is a real Jekyll and Hyde player, man. He's a glue guy. And he offers a lot of shit, but he offers a lot of good shit as well. You know? He does the little things sometimes. That was such a big play. That is basically, like, that is huge. Because he's basically blocked one shot, gone up the other end, sent out their best defender, and gotten free throws all in 10 seconds. That is so underrated by him. And we've seen, like, we've talked about how everyone is lifted. Spencer is lifted. Hey, bro, appreciate the stream. How many minutes behind the action are you, or are you live? I'm watching it live from my League Pass, but I don't know how much latency or delay there is on your end. So, yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I'm watching, it's live. Well, that's a big swing. McDaniels remains in the game. They won the challenge. Interesting call. That's a 50-50. Look, you probably benefit the team that challenged in that situation. There's probably enough to overturn. He was actually fouled before the shot. The broadcast has flagged that there was a wraparound by McDaniels, but you know, it is what it is. We can only do what we can control, and right now we can get a stop. I haven't even needed to use the stop chant here. Edwards going to drive down the middle. The layup is good. Big 4-point swing here. But yeah, Nico, I update the scores manually so everything's in sync as opposed to, you know, just ripping it off ESPN. Oh, you're fucking kidding. An offensive foul. That's a really careless foul to give away. Clax will pick it up. So, is that a change in momentum? I mean, we could just get McDaniels fouled out. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's probably an offensive foul. So, Anderson. McDaniels into the paint. The Euro. Oh, Clax. What the fuck are you doing? Bro, Spence had that covered. Clax just basically rammed McDaniels on the way through. There is a body bump there. It's going to be shots, but that's number 5 on Clax. So now he's walking on eggshells as well, especially having to guard Rudy. You know, you send him to the bench. God knows what happens. McDaniels has been a bit of a liability. Clax is going to go to the bench, so we're playing small ball down the stretch. I don't know if I'm a fan of this, but if we can hit our 3-pointers, then it is, well, a blessing in disguise that Clax picked up number 5. McDaniels missed number 1. Number 2 is good. So, 5-point game, 5 minutes to go, 5 players to get it done. Come on. Spence, Royce, DFS, Bridges, Cam Johnson. Basically, every single one of these players arrested. I don't want to see any excuses. DFS got by the closeout. Passing around the perimeter. Dimwitty the drive. The kick out. Excellent defense. Johnson misses. God, the coverage by Minnesota there. It looked like that was crazy good because the ball was popping and they seemed to cover it at every corner. Royce with the steal. In transition. Layup. Bro, you had Cam open in the corner. He did everything right. He made the defense collapse, but we had a number open. Anderson falling to the floor misses. Transition opportunity for Johnson is swatted by Edwards. Jesus Christ, what a damn possession or sequence. I'm surprised I was able to keep up with everything that happened there. So it's going to be Nets ball. But Royce did a lot right in saying that a lot wrong. This is the thing with Royce. He's like so good and so shit at the same time. Had a couple opportunities to knock down some big buckets down the stretch, but it hasn't happened. To those enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We're back for Nets Nuggets. Yeah. In a couple of days. So if you want to tune in for that and stay notified for any other Nets streams or analysis videos I do down the stretch, make sure to subscribe. And also there's a donation button if you feel the need to donate. But yeah, we have a 5-point game on our hands, 4 or so minutes to play, and well, a big 5 minutes ahead or 4 minutes ahead because you got 2 big defenders for both teams, 2 defensive pillars in McDaniels and Claxton on 5 fouls, and 1 foul by either of those could change the complexion of the game entirely, no matter how long is left, especially in a close game like this. So, who's going to be the guy that steps up in the late game? That's the question I have. This game is there to be won. We've had the lead for the best part of a quarter. We've got to close this one out. Oh, that's a really terrible pass out the inbounds, but Royce cut it off. Rudy Gobert, he's big and tall, but those tree trunk legs aren't quick enough to get him to that loose ball, and now the Nets have another opportunity. We've got 10 to shoot. Spence in an ISO with Rudy on the outside. You got to drive it, Spence. He does. The kick out. Bridges on the catch. It's off. Here we go. Conley. Bridges tightly guarding Edwards off the ball, who you would presume is the guy that they want to get it to at some point in the possession. Conley. Edwards in the corner. Drives baseline. DFS with the block. Conley down the middle. The layup is off. The putback by Conley is off. He gets it again. And now a reload for the Timberwolves again. They've had like a 40-second possession. We've got 4 to shoot. Edwards one-on-one. Got by Johnson. The Euro is excellent. And Royce looked like a traffic cone. That was an unbelievable Euro. Royce, I don't think was ready for that. So, 3:04 to play, and look, amidst all that good defense was like poor boxing out. Like, we gave Conley 2 opportunities to get an offensive rebound. That's just pathetic. 2 offensive rebounds, bro. But we got to get the ball moving around. I can't help but think. Dinwiddie did the right thing by driving and kicking it out, but it seems like there's always coverage by Minnesota. Hence why fouling out Jaden McDaniels was so big. Or if we could do that. That challenge won by Minnesota was incredibly important. And look, I don't think we've scored since, so we need to get a bucket. 3 minutes to play, though. Where's the big buckets going to come from? This has been a big question mark for this Nets team. Who is capable of knocking down a big shot when we need them to? McCall, he scored 29 or so. We've had Dinwiddie score 25, but we exceed the final 3 minutes of the game, and we are up 3. Dinwiddie got rid of Conley. Wide open 3. He bricked it. Clacks with the offensive board, the kick out of Johnson, and a reload. Dinwiddie gets into the paint. Oh, what is he doing? He's just thrown it away. McDaniels nearly lost his dribble. And Minnesota have another opportunity. The offense is crap. Trying to force shit that isn't there. Dinwiddie took a shot to the face. And they've called a foul on Spence. I don't know if he's flopped. But, oh, for God's sake. We are just in a rut offensively. The worst time you could possibly have this happen. How the fuck is that a foul? Let's have a look. He's just copped another elbow to the face. The second time this game, someone has been pelted in the face by an elbow. And we've been pinged with a foul. A lot of physical, a lot of physicality in there. Gobert misses number 1. Didn't get it to go in. Did a full 360 around the rim and out. So the offense has not flown this quarter with Johnson on the floor. I think it's just their best team is in. Their defense is lifted. We have not scored in about 4 minutes. Gobert misses number 2 and Royce with a big rebound. Those are 2 big misses. As much as I've criticized us for not making free throws, they've missed a lot as well. So Spence in an ISO. I don't like this at all. Spencer. Oh my God. You can't be fucking real. Clax is gone. On an offensive foul, he's picked up 2 offensive fouls and a very careless defensive foul. What are we doing now? Oh, that is rubbish. How do you call that? Oh, we are cooked. They're just going to feed Gobert now. We're playing small ball. What a swing from the middle part of this last quarter. Edwards for 3. It's good. That has nothing to do with our loss of Clax now, but oh, here we go. This is We've had 4 turnovers in 7 possessions. Dimwitty. Now in a switch with Rudy. Drive and kick. Royce is open. Got it! Royce has been huge in the clutch. And he tells us to calm down. Calm down. And I forgot the clock is stop-start now for the final 2 minutes. We need to clutch up defensively. Big 3 by Royce. But now we need to clutch up defensively. Edwards ISO 3. He missed it. They got the board. Oh my God. You're fucking taking the piss. Another foul. Where is this foul? Where is it coming from, bro? I think the more unforgiving thing is that we've given away like 4 offensive rebounds to Mike Conley in this last quarter. Like, Cam Johnson, bro, I love you, but you've just failed to box out Mike Conley. That is a joke of a foul, though. Like, oh, my life. 2 timeouts remaining for both teams. 1:20 to play. A make by Mike Conley cuts it down to a 1-point game. Clax is fouled out. We're playing small ball with Rudy Gobert on the floor. Conley makes both. So 1:20 to play. We've held him off this long. It'd be absolutely devastating to lose now. The good thing is we have the lead. Dinwiddie, couple screens with DFS. Now he's in a switch with Rudy Gobert. 5 to shoot. He's going to shoot a 3, isn't he? He drives. He's got to shoot it. Step back 2. Oh my God. Where the fuck is the foul? And now Minnesota can take the lead. Are you taking the piss? Ball bounced off Bridges' foot. They end up with it still. Conley now picked up by Bridges. And now Edwards. Guarded by Dinwiddie. Edwards drives. Dinwiddie strips him of the ball. And a foul. That is incredibly good by Spencer. We have literally been praising him all second half for his defensive activity. And that is huge. He has been... well, he's basically killed our offense. But defensively, that is massive. He was absolutely fuming that he didn't get a foul on the other side. But we've got 30 seconds. We hit a 3. You would say that's the dagger. But both teams have got 2 timeouts. Royce gonna look for McCall, I would feel. He's got it here. He's picked up by Rudy Gobert. 1-on-1. He's gonna drive. He's gonna shoot over. He misses. It's a timeout. 11.1. We missed it. This would be so Brooklyn. So Brooklyn. To hold him off the whole game and concede a bucket. Oh, you look at all those offensive rebounds we have conceded to Mike Conley, and then you just say... you look at that, you look at all those free throws we've missed. Now, in the second half, we have only conceded 43 points. This is huge. We have to do what we've done right basically the whole second half. We've got to keep them off the line. The good thing is we have 2 timeouts if they score early. They're probably going to let one fly with about 5 to 6 seconds left because, yeah. Because if they miss, then they need a second opportunity. That's the key. If they miss, you have to box out. You have to box out. Here we go. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more net streams and content, generally speaking. Here we go. 112, 111. 11.1 a play. Our 5 on the floor remains the same. The ball is inbounded. Edwards, one-on-one with Bridges. Got by. The layup is off. The rebound. Get it! Yes! Come on! I don't know what happened. I think there was a foot on the sideline. Edwards didn't even hit the rim on that layup attempt. He didn't get the angle right. And with 3.7, if we can't get the ball in, we can exhaust a timeout. If we get the ball in, we've got to look after it. Get some free throws. Minnesota do have a timeout, so they can score from the 3-point line. I'm thinking too far ahead. We've got to get it in. Bridges gets it in. It's a foul. And 2.2 got taken off the clock. So that means that Minnesota have very little time to, get one off. Let's have a look. Yep, that's right. McDaniels grabbed the ball whilst it was sitting on the sideline. So we've got to do something that we haven't reliably done all day long, and that's make 2 free throws. McCall is 2 of 4 tonight, despite being 90.3% on the season. McCall's first free throw is good. Deep breath, everyone. DFS was so lost. He didn't know where the ball was. Royce didn't even know where the ball was. He was just like guarding space. Even though the ball was like on the floor between his legs. Yeah. So a second free throw needed. He makes it. Okay. We have a timeout. 1.5 seconds. Do we foul? We have to foul. I think we can't foul the shot, but we have to foul before the shot. The risk is that there is a very short window to foul before they shoot. Because obviously, you've got someone like Edwards. If he gets the ball with 1.5 left, the thought is going to be maybe one dribble and a shot. You've got to be careful that you don't foul in the shooting motion. No foul. I would actually be for not fouling. But knowing our luck, yeah. There is zero incentive though. All you need to do, let's be smart about this. Let's be smart, right? No foul, right? Yeah, there's not enough time. That's what I said. I'm not against it. What you need to do is you literally need to get all 5 of your players and sit them on the perimeter. That's all you need to do, because you can defend the paint. Who gives a crap? Or, no, you don't need to defend the paint. They need three to tie the game. All you need to do is just mark the outside. It doesn't make sense to guard on the interior, because they need 3. Like, there's not enough time, surely. They don't have a timeout in hand. Is the ball going to come in? Are you joking? No! Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake. How did you fuck that up? Oh, you fucking degenerates, dude. Oh my God. Are you for fucking real? What the fuck are we doing? Royce! Oh, you fucking sack of shit. That is so bad. Why would you be trying to defend on the interior? How are you allowing him that much space? That is horrid. That is fucking shithouse. What is Royce doing? Oh my God, that is crap. Bro, Naz Reid has done nothing all game, And he somehow... That's like his first shot of the game. Oh my God, he fucking hit it. He hit the fucking 3. No, you couldn't foul him. But you literally... Bro, I don't know what Royce was doing. He was lost in a switch. Oh my God, okay. Well, now that the fucking... Like, everything's reset, like... Sorry, no, now that I can regain my damn... senses... I can now discuss exactly what happened. Because I just saw the shot... and it went in. I didn't even say anything that play. The ball was inbounded to Naz Reid, who was somehow wide open. And why is that? Because Royce O'Neal, for some reason, was defending off the ball. I don't know how you miscommunicate in that situation, but he just completely sagged off Naz Reid. And to put it into perspective as to how Brooklyn Nets this is, Naz Reid had taken 2 shots before that. He'd played 11 minutes and been a proper liability in this game. Look at his plus minus. Let's have a look. Well, it's -6. I thought it was worse, but... You can't make this shit up. We had the lead the whole game. Or like the last 15 minutes and lost it on the buzzer, bro. So now we're going into OT. Fucking idiot Royce. That's what happens when Clax fouls out. You have Clax and that problem is not there. They win the tip as well. Here we go. Final 5 minutes. Again. God help me if it goes to double OT. Well, now, this fully shows that we should be able to win with all this rest. Conley with the runner, it's off. The rebound by Royce. Oh my God, he's got to make amends now. He's been pretty damn good. I think he's done more good than bad, but that was just a cardinal sin. 1.5 seconds to defend a 3. Anyway, it's done now. We can only focus on... what we've got ahead. Dinwiddie spins and gets the roll off the glass, and we are underway with the scoring in overtime. I'm still in a little bit of shock because that was ridiculous. He came in and now he's on the bench, Naz Reid. Rudy Gobert's back in. Edwards to the corner for McDaniels, the 3. That's well short, but guess who's there? You can't even box that one out. Kyle Anderson with the putback too, but the miss was so bad. Kyle Anderson just happened to be in the right position. So, Clax is fouled out. Jaden McDaniels is on 5 fouls and has been for like 8 minutes of game time. Dinwiddie, 1-on-1 with Anderson. Got a drive. Stop. Spin. Layup is good. And Dinwiddie has just taken the game by the scruff of the neck. And he said, I'm taking the lead now. McCall actually has been sort of forgotten about amongst all this. So, Conley going to drive on Royce behind the back into the paint. The layup is off and it's going to be shots. Royce was straight up and he's going to be pinged for the foul. The Timberwolves win. The Warriors are down to 7th. Yep, well, there's a lot of repercussions for both teams who win this game. So it's going to be free throws for Conley. Oh my God. Conley misses number 1. That could count for a lot down the stretch. You just look at the free throws. You look at the fouls we conceded. Just some careless ones. The turnovers we conceded earlier in the game. The 3 offensive fouls we've given away to Mike Conley. There was so much we could have avoided. Conley makes number 2 to cut it down to 1. We've got 3:15 to play in this game. It's a 1-point lead We've been playing small ball ever since Clax left, and it seemed like we have been able to stabilize in that time. Dinwiddie, isolation on Anderson, one-on-one. Cross behind the back, gets by, the kick out, Royce on the catch. It's off as the shot clock expired. It wasn't a bad offensive possession. Royce misses though. Edwards, guarded by Johnson. Out to Anderson. We could do with a stop here. Anderson looking for McDaniels, who drives down the middle. The layup is good. They get the lead, and they have not had the lead since the third quarter. First lead since 85-84. It's been a lot of Dinwiddie ball. I want to see McCall. He has not had an offensive possession to himself in ages. It's just been Spencer Isos. Blocked. Rebound. Got a shooter. DFS. Blocked again. And they were in transition, but they've stopped the play entirely. That is incredible defense. But what is this offense, dude? It's a fucking shambles. Continue to fucking... Continue to surprise me, this team. Continues to surprise me. Conley on the outside to Rudy Gobert. Conley to Edwards. Drive, spin, no one contesting, and 2 points. Bro, I cannot be asked. Spencer has to do something more than just dribble out the clock unproductively. Cam Johnson. Royce faked the pass. DFS in the corner. Does not shoot. Their defense has been unbelievable in this last 5 minutes. Dinwiddie drives again. The kick out to McCall on the catch. Good! It's all tied up again. Conley. We're going to exceed the final minute. I'm getting the stop chant out. Stop. 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 Yes! The chant works, people! You know the deal! You know the deal! It's got like a 95% success rate. Anthony Edwards airballed the three-pointer, and with 54 seconds to play, it is tied up. Nets ball. Dinwiddie brings it up past half court. Nearly got pinged for the 8-second call. You have to execute the 2-for-1 here. Dinwiddie one-on-one. Kick out. DFS. Yes! He has not hit like any threes this Nets tenure. He's shooting like 22% on three-pointers, but he knocks down the biggest three-pointer he's made in a Nets uniform. And that's what happens when Dinwiddie drives. He collapses the paint. There's going to be open shooters. And on that occasion, Rudy Gobert found himself on DFS. That is the benefit of having a stretch five, having a small ball lineup. Gobert has to pick up DFS for that exact reason. If he collapses into the paint to try block that Dinwiddie layup, DFS has an open three. So now we're back in pole position after looking like it wasn't going to be the case about 30 seconds ago. So 2 big shots. First it was Mikal Bridges to tie the game, and then it was DFS to get us back in front. To those enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We are doing Nets Nuggets in a couple of days, and we do have some analysis videos ahead, which I plan to do in the time I don't do watch-alongs in the last couple of weeks because of unavailability. So, 36.5 to play. A timeout has been used by Minnesota It is the same 5 on the floor. Ball inbounded. Edwards one-on-one with DFS. He drives. The layup is good. And that was a perfectly executed 2 for 1. Excuse me. Alrighty. Dinwiddie with the ball. We hit a 3-pointer. It's game over. 7-second difference between shot and game. Dinwiddie behind the back. Drive. Kick out. Johnson on the catch. It's off. And they've got 8.6. We're in the same position we were. I don't like that shot. I do not like that shot at all. The stop chant is going to be employed yet again, people. The last time I did it, we had an air ball by Anthony Edwards. It's deja vu from what we had about 10 minutes ago. Oh my God. Minnesota used their final timeout. We've got 2 in hand. So if they score and there is time remaining, we have a chance to get one up. That take a 3 and we win mindset is how you lose games like this. Well, the thing is that the shot would have been the right one if the pass was better, because the ball it wasn't on the full. Cam Johnson had to receive it on the bounce, and it was a bit more of a disjointed shot. You know, we didn't really get it in rhythm. Here we go, people. Did you do the chant with that 3 from Nas? No, I didn't, because I just thought it'd be logistical. I thought it would just be common sense that you defend the 3-point line. If they miss box out, please no tip in. Here we go. I'm 100% Brian. We just need to get the stop. Okay. I'm doing the stop chant. You won't know what's going on. I'm just going to say stop and you can read my face for a reaction. Here we go. 8.6. For Minnesota to get one. Edwards receives it from the inbound. Stop. We had a foul to give. So 5.6 to play. And you would sense that with that foul being given, it indicates now that Minnesota are going to get the shot off as the clock expires. 5.6 to play. 1 point lead. You can hear my voice. It's shaking. Ball needs to be inbounded. Edwards, one-on-one with DFS. He's doubled. Corner for Conley. It's an air ball. We win. We win. Yes. Yes. Woo. Oh, for God's sake. The stop chant wasn't even applied. The stop chant was applied at a pretty poor efficiency on that last possession. I gave them the opportunity to score it, but bloody hell, man. What a game. Oh my God. As we say every game, a win is a win. 124, 123. We're going to do a post game. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If you're going now, make sure to like the stream. And if you want more of this, subscribe. But that is the kind of games that you just need to win. Especially now that I've just seen that Miami beat Cleveland. That is even more important that we got the W. Okay. So if we go to the box score. Oh my goodness, people. We look at the box score just at first glance. You can see that Edwards had 32. He picked up in the last quarter, and Gobert with 26. They probably should have looked for him on that final possession. That was so incredibly Brooklyn. My blood pressure, 100%. See you in the next one. It's 11 in Florida. Got to go to work in the morning. Take it easy. Thank you. Enjoy work. Said no one ever, but enjoy the rest of your evening. But ultimately, giving Mike Conley the final shot was genius. Toku, bro, $10 again. You've just got a shit ton of money in your bank account, don't you? At this point, it's a flex, but thank you again for the dono. Oh my God. We were considerably better in the second half defensively. That number in terms of the field goal percentage, the three-point percentage was much higher in that first half. You can see the Nets shot the ball a little bit worse down the stretch, but to our credit, man, what a game. I mean, we had 7 players in double figures. Royce O'Neal, give him all the shit you want, but he hit 3 threes, 15 rebounds and 12 points. He came in, and did a job, especially when Cam Johnson was out at the start of the third, and even when Clax was out down the stretch. Best believe if Royce wasn't playing, Clax would have. Wow, what a game, though. I mean, I can't help but think this was a great escape and also an incredible comeback at the same time. Free throws probably needed to do better. We would have given ourselves a little bit of a leg up if we could convert at a bit of a higher percentage. 14 turnovers, it would have been helpful if we were better. The rebounding was bang on the same. The turnovers were bang on the same. Shooting was basically the same. The 3-pointers and the free throws were the difference, ultimately. We look at the Nets box score, though. Actually, I'll go extended. Why not? You can see that Seth Curry in the first half, he got the scoreboard ticking with 11. We talked about Royce, but McCall had 34 in 46 minutes. What a warrior. Dinwiddie with 29. He had some big buckets down the stretch as well. He may have also stunted our offense, but at the same time, he did get the offense going, especially in the third quarter when he basically just attacked Naz Reid with Rudy Gobert on the bench. Clax fouled out in 35 minutes, so we didn't really see the full effect of what he can do down the stretch. We probably would have won the game if he didn't foul out. Yeah. And even the McDaniels call, McDaniels not fouling out, that challenge call overturning the foul and McDaniels staying in probably was another big factor in sending the game to overtime. And that's what makes the win so much more impressive, because we were against the odds. Going into overtime, I thought we potentially had thrown the opportunity away. But McCall was crazy good. If we talk about the importance of the buckets in OT, McCall and then Dorian Finney-Smith, who didn't do too much today, but, he was the last guy to get in double figures for the Nets, and that 3-pointer got him there. It was a big 3 as well. He hasn't shot the ball particularly well in a Nets uniform, 22% from 3, but that one was so important, especially after McCall hit a big one to tie it up. But I think the big thing is defense, because while we look at the offensive rebounds, that's one thing, but the defense overall, 4 blocks to Clax. Royce O'Neal had 3 steals. He was excellent defensively, getting into passing lanes, getting big rebounds. A couple big 3-pointers in there down the stretch. Even though he was a -6, I mean, you can't really look at that and make judgment based off that, because it's pretty even. No one got more than a +7 and no one got any less than a -1, or sorry, a -6, which McCall also had. So overall, this is another big team win. I expected this team to win, especially when we went into overtime and we had rest. That was the important thing. We had rested this team. So if we lost a game on the back of going into overtime when fatigue should not be an issue, that would have been incredibly diabolical by management. But to get the job done with Clax having fouled out and having to deal with Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards catching fire late, that's huge. Team effort, good for them to stay together even though the situation wasn't the best. It's never going to be perfect, especially with a team like this. We talk about them being comparable to the 2018-19 Nets. That team was so inconsistent. They'd win a game against the odds, and then they'd lose one that they should have won. They'd get blown out one game and then win a comeback, or win a game having comeback. There was never a constant with that team, and it's the same thing with this team as well. But this is just a part of the roller coaster that the Nets continue to provide. Good thing the starters had legs at the end. Thanks, Jark, for the timely rest. I don't think he intended it that way. It was just lucky that it panned out that way. Granted, it shouldn't have even gone to overtime. That defensive possession in the last 1.5 seconds, they should never have had a three-pointer, let alone a three-pointer that wide open. But nonetheless, the game's over. We are done here. What a damn stream. We'll be back for a very early morning stream. I mean, I started this one at midday, and the next stream is going to be starting at 3 o'clock Eastern, or 3:30 Eastern, 6 o'clock, 6:30 over here. So I'm going to be half asleep. I'm not going to be as awake as this, nor can I be as loud as I was today. But regardless, we're going to be here for it. We're committed to the cause. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure to like it on the way out and subscribe if you are new. Thank you for the support as always. Bloody crazy this game. I mean, the anxiety did not need to be... It didn't need to happen, did it? And thank God I went for a bathroom break, because I think I would have pissed myself when Naz Reid hit that three-pointer. Like, it was just unbelievable. The anxiety was through the roof, and it was something I didn't want to see today. But we're done here. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to stay safe, and we'll see you in a couple of days. Bye for now. Thank you for the support as always. And yeah, please relax, everyone. The blood pressure is high. Just let it drop. Oh no, yeah. Lower the blood pressure. Get the anxiety down. I don't know. Watch a movie. Eat food as a coping mechanism. I don't know. Just do something. I think that's my advice to you. Because, yeah, I think I need to do it. So, yeah. Bye. So long. We'll see you in about 48 hours.